Now, Depot Chairman under the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, are threatening to down tools unless Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority offsets a debt of about 200 billion naira owed to its members since September last year. The group says most members have gone bankrupt due to the debt, and if their demands are unmet, they threaten to withdraw their services, close every outlet, and suspend product lifting. Now, the NMDPRA officials were unavailable to respond to their needs.
The sum of 13 billion has been paid, thus going the whole length to ignore our plight without remorse and without recourse to the Honorable Minister's directive. We also hereby call on the federal government of Nigeria to wholly intervene forthwith in this lingering issue between the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA. We are poised to take far-reaching decisions that may cripple the supply and sales of petroleum products across Nigeria if our demands are not met within the shortest period of time.
Some depot in Lagos sold it to us, that private depot, like say 890 to 900 naira per liter. So if you bought the product at maybe 900 or 900 and something per liter, you have to pay the transport cost and other logistics before you transport it to your filling station. And if you calculate the landing cost, definitely you have to increase a little bit as your profits. That's the reason for the hike of the price.
Failure process. They are having fuel at their NNPC retaining outlet now. Can it service the population of the country? It's zero. So that's implied that we are having over 87 to 90% population of the retaining outlet. Why are they leaving us behind? After collecting our money, we pay before they give us products. All other arms that they are giving product, they give them on credit. So you are leaving us behind as somebody that are paid for several months. We are telling them now that they should do the needful, and we are calling on the federal government to look inward to the system of NNPC and NNDPRA. So,
well, joining us now is the man you saw earlier in that video, Oliver Okolo. He's also the Depot Unit Chairman of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria. Good to see you, and thanks for your time. There were no smiles watching you on that particular conference held. First, let's start by talking about this debt owed your members since September of 2023. First, break it down. What is this about?
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Recall that before the removal of subsidy, there was what we call bridging claims, as subsidizing transportation for people that take products to faraway areas. And when subsidy was removed on 29th of May 2023, that subsidy for transportation was stopped. So what our members are saying that those claims that are due to our members before subsidy was removed should be paid to us. And we've gone to the Nigerian Midstream, Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority severally. We have several meetings with them, we've written them, we've gone to them forth and back, they've made promises, and those monies have not been paid. We've exhausted all avenues to see if they can start payment, and they've not paid. And now it has gotten to a point where we believe that there's no plans of paying that money. So, we don't have any option but to tell Nigerians that we may take the last option, which is withdrawing our service.
Okay, you also spoke about some regulatory challenges, including increase in licensing fees. So just walk us through that as well. And also, if your demand is not met, what's the timeline of taking this drastic measures that your authority has said they will take?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, before now, to maybe get a DPR license, which is a storage license, storage and sales license. Probably will spend about 30,000 or 50,000. But now, if you want to get a new license, you will probably spend over $1 million to $2 million naira to get a license. That's a storage. And if you want to renew it, the one you have previously, that will cost about maybe 30,000, 40,000. Now to renew that license will cost about 500 to 800,000. And to us, we don't see the need why such increment should happen within a very short time. So what we're saying is that considering the cost of the product we were getting for about 6-point-something million, now we're getting for close to 30 million, 20-something million a truck. So, and it has taken most of us out of business. So we say that the increment is too much. And we're telling them to let them moderate it in a way that can be affordable to most of us.
And
then,
go ahead.
Second question.
Yeah, what's the timeline for you to take this action and the immediate impact Nigerians will feel?
We're not union, we're association, and we're businessmen. So we don't believe in giving timeline. What we're telling them is that, we've told them, we've had several meetings where they promised that they will pay this money after 40 days, which there's no sign of any payment. So what we're saying is that, we don't want to start putting dates. We're human beings and we're reasonable businessmen. We're believing that they will pay that money. But if we wait and we're not seeing the money,
well, it's a good thing you say you believe that the money will be paid. 200 billion naira, that's the amount you say owed your members.
More than that.
You said about 200 billion. If it's more than that, let's quickly see how this can be resolved. What's the plan between your members and the NMDPRA? Because September is almost another year since that's been owed. Yes. So for you to get the differentials, which is what you're asking for now on account of transportation from depot to hinterlands or far distant states, what's the conversation? Because you don't want to go out of business, but if you still go on strike or stop working, you still somehow be out of business. So there must be a meeting point.
Absolutely. Well, before now, even before the subsidy was removed, we are getting payments. We don't expect to get all our money at the same time. But a situation where you get payments every fortnight, maybe they're owing you like 100 million and they pay you 10 million, there's more, they pay you 10 million. You hope that, there's a system, there's a kind of a
payment plan.
Yes, payment plan where you get your money, a template.
Who was in charge?
So, but now is that it's Farouk, it's Alhaji Farouk.
No, I'm talking about the body that was in charge then, because this is, I think it actually started from the Petroleum Equalization Fund.
PEF. By the time they merge PEF, DPR, and PPRA, they now become this Nigeria midstream, downstream, petroleum regulator. So all of them were merged together. And the painful aspect of this whole thing is that this is money that's already paid. As you are buying fuel, you are paying for that equalization fund. It's money that's already paid. It's not as if the money is like nowhere. Yes, people that import products are supposed to pay that equalization fund.
Subsidy was taken over a year ago, almost a year ago, yes. May, 29. And you said this started in September. It then means that you were still receiving your money until September. That. So what actually went down? There must be some, is it a change of guard or a policy change from the government?
Well, to me, we are shocked that they just stopped paying. They could not explain. What they were telling us is something that we don't understand, that NNPC is owing them, this person is owing them, that they're expecting the money to, but even the money they say they're owing them has nothing to do with, our own money. And the disparity of what they're being owned and what they're owing us, you can't add them up. So what we're saying that we're not saying that they should pay the money one day, but let there be sign that they're paying. the money. If somebody is owing, like I said, like 10,000 and the person said by paying 2,000, 2,000, you won't make noise. You keep quiet and say, well.
So it's a case of pattern, Suleiman. And now this is the time when Nigerians are already dealing with a lot. You've seen all the reports from all over the country, what Nigerians are dealing with when it comes to fuel scarcity and the like. So as Suleiman asked, what's sort of the reconciliation plan? How can we mitigate this so that IPMAN does not throw down its tools and close all its outlets?
Yeah. Well, we're open for conversation, yes, but that conversation will also entail some commitments to IPMAN. Let there be payments. Last time we had a meeting between the CEO of Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority with the National Security Advisor to Federal Government of Nigeria, Malam Nuhu Rebatu. And that place, he promised that he would clear this debts within 40 days.
And when was this meeting?
That was on 28th February this year. And even the 13 million he claimed that he has paid, you know, cannot even verify it because most people could not get the payment. Well, we'll just assume that since they say they've paid 30 million out of the money, let's assume it's true. Then what has it got to do with over 200 billion?
If there's anything you see here, it shows the intention of government not to plunge the country into further pains. For the NSA to have that conversation with your members shows that there is some form of seriousness. Now you all, some of you are here in Abuja for this meeting. Did you try to also reach out to the NSA, the office of the NSA, and others? You had that February meeting?
Well, we've not done that. As a matter of fact, we believe that all of them are federal government of Nigeria. They are federal government agents, so they should be talking to each other. There's nothing they don't know. They have the track of all these issues. So to us, there's no need for that.
So, and the one, you say you don't have an ultimatum, so that people can have a sense of when you just might lock up the shop.
Absolutely.
So it might just come to a surprise.
Absolutely.
Oh no,
absolutely.
I don't think we
don't
need
want
that.
to start giving dates on that, but we'll pray. We don't want to do that. We know the suffering, and we feel pain too. We are part of the system. We wish that this thing don't happen at all, because it's true that we're Nigerians, but we as marketers are feeling it most because we're almost out of business. Most of our stations don't have fuel. Yeah. Not because we don't have, because we've paid, most of us have paid for these products to NNPC for like 2 months, 1 month, 3 months now. They're holding our money. We can't get the product. So it's not as if we're enjoying it. We wish that there will be product everywhere. We wish that they can supply us the ones we've paid to them so we can sell in our stations. But we can't get the supply. So this thing, like I said, by February, when they agreed that they will pay this money in 40 days, we never knew that a day like this will come where there will be scarcity. So it's not as if we're trying to cash in into the scarcity to come up with.
All right, we'll stay on this, and we'll see how it pans out. I would like to thank you for your time, Oliver Okolo. Many thanks for coming on a Newsnight.
Thank you very much.